So, when did we actually stop romanticizing tuberculosis? In Victorian Britain, public attitude towards the disease started to shift after 1882, which was when German physician Robert Koch discovered Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the germ responsible for the illness. And this discovery helped establish germ theory, or the idea that microscopic organisms were behind certain illnesses, not necessarily bad air or miasma. Much like the romantic notion of tuberculosis, which influenced Victorian fashion and beauty standards, the discovery that this was a bacterial infection, when spread through human contact and poor hygiene, changed these standards as well. For instance, skirts became shorter to avoid picking up dirt off the floor. Some physicians also believed that corsets were now dangerous because they limited the ability to breathe appropriately. Men were also affected as they were encouraged to keep their facial hair more trim and not as elaborate as seen in some of these pictures here. Regarding the previous fascination with skin pallor, which complemented that consumptive chic appearance, some physicians in the early 20th century were really interested in the effects of sun exposure or heliotherapy on preventing and also curing tuberculosis, so people were more encouraged to tan. So the shift in attitudes, as well as the resulting public health measures that were implemented, did lead to a reduction in the mortality and morbidity associated with tuberculosis. But we didn't see a drastic reduction in those rates until the mid-20th century once we developed a good antibiotic regimen. Now, the history of tuberculosis is already reasonably grim, but it took an even darker turn in the early 20th century. In an attempt to explain why some individuals fell ill with tuberculosis while others didn't, tuberculosis actually became associated with eugenics, so there were a lot of conversations about race, class, as well as this sense of degeneration. To learn more about this, come back for part 3 and follow for more medical history.